That is crazy. That was crazy. I haven't seen it yet. I should have pre-looked at it. Anyway, hi. It's the Pluggo PLE post show. I pitched it to Zach and Spencer that MJF has a triple B. I needed my own triple P. This made sense. So we're from now on, WWE, at least WWE PLEs, I'm going to be running the point on those and having some panels, and I'm super excited to be joined today by DC Henrix, and it's Ella J. It says, when do we get personal graphics around here, JPJ says. I don't know. I asked, and I just asked if I could do this, and Zach, we came up with this concept, so I've got some. I guess all you have to do is ask. It was night one of SummerSlam, is officially in the books. And before we dive into the craziness that ended the show, how are we feeling about the two-night thing? What was the vibe when you heard it? Because this is the first ever.
Go ahead.
Yeah, jump in. I don't. You want me to start directing traffic? DC, go for it.
Yeah.
I'll go first then. Yeah.
You want me to direct traffic? I can do that.
So it feels like all the best matches are tomorrow. That was my first initial reaction. It's like I'm like halfway through the show and I'm like, man,
that's how WrestleMania felt night two.
Yeah, it's like there was like I'm not trying to like downgrade any of the matches today, but it's like you're thinking to yourself, you're like, okay, this match is next. Okay. So like when is this? When is this? And they're like all tomorrow. Like so like halfway through it's like okay. But it felt like after the first match, which after Roman and Jay defeated Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, which I'm sure we'll get to, it felt like after that, the show kind of felt a little rushed all the way to the main event. Like it felt like, all right, get this match over, get this over with. So the pacing was a little bit weird. You can tell they're definitely adjusting to the two-night thing with SummerSlam. So hopefully tomorrow the show just flows a little bit better because today it felt pretty much in between from the first match and main event. It felt a little rushed to me.
Fair.
It's kind of how WrestleMania felt too. Like I think the majority of people felt that WrestleMania Night 2 had the better card and ended up delivering the better show. I mean, they were gonna. I'm just glad it wasn't 5 hours because I was telling Pluggo WWE originally scheduled their post show for 11 p.m. and I'm like, this is gonna go 5 hours for 6, maybe 7 if there's a cash-in matches. I'm like, oh god, they're gonna fill in a lot of time. And they did fill in a lot of time with a lot of celebrity appearances and commercials and backstage stuff. I will be honest. I mean, I was telling Pluggo I was going in and out because I was multitasking tonight. So the pacing wasn't really an issue for me personally. I will say there's like half of the results I was surprised by. Not gonna lie. But we'll get into that. As for the two-night thing, it's the biggest party of the summer. If they're gonna do any other PLE, non-WrestleMania PLE to be 2 nights, it would be SummerSlam. I feel like it's gonna feel like WrestleMania. Like night 1 was kind of meh, except for the closing. That was the great.
That was
and then
pretty
it continued
crazy, yeah.
over into night 2. So I have a feeling that it's going to feel like that again, where this main event, the cash-in was shocking. And then I hope that the women's triple threat opens tomorrow and we're kind of getting those same vibes as Mania. So far it seems like it's going to be the same as WrestleMania, where night 2 is great, plus the main event of night 1. But we'll see what happens.
Heck yeah. I did not forget you, Zach. Zach's in the chat saying it is National Ice Cream Sandwich Day, which I found that out this morning. I have not had an ice cream sandwich in quite some time.
I have a bunch in my fridge. I didn't even know it was that, or my freezer. I didn't even know.
There you go.
I had one.
There you go. CM Punk's going to need an ice cream bar after what happened to him. But we also got Love Wrestling's in the house. The Hive Media's in the house. Go give them a follow. If you're watching now, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you feel generous and you want to guarantee to get your comment or statement right in there, hit us with a super chat. That way we can help pay all these wonderful people here at Love Wrestling, especially Zach.
Pluggo blows the budget. So
I blew the budget on this show, and I've already got enemies with my beard's brethren because I had – fun fact before we dive into the show, we'll dive into the card in a second. The pictures that you saw in that opening are literally a fraction of the amount of pictures that I took because he said I need reaction shots, and I was like, I don't understand reaction shots. So I asked Mrs. Pluggo if she would be interested in taking some reaction shots, maybe some backgrounds. She went absolutely crazy. There's at least 60 photos floating around the internet. Oh boy!
I have that variety.
Oh boy, Mrs. Pluggo, the photographer, my pride and joy. She's the best. She does all sorts of crazy things that I have to wrestling stuff. But yes, so if we want to do traditional reacts, that's fine. We can start right at the top. Cardi B kicked us off. Now I'm gonna be honest. She looked a little out of place. A little out of place in the ring. It looked like she was reading off some cue cards. Am I wrong there?
No, I mean she's been beefing. Well, I assume it's probably actually her team and not actually Cardi B. Been beefing with the girls on Twitter,
Yeah.
and then she realized that they were big bitches. She said, and then she's like, actually, I don't know if I want to fight them. I like the incorporation of the music and the celebrities. I think that, but I like if they were gonna do something with her, like could have done something a little bit more physical, I guess. Especially because she sings a SmackDown theme song, right? Or she did. So like maybe more incorporation in the future. Not a bad opener. I mean, there's certainly been worse. I just wish they did more with her.
Yeah, for me, it was just noticing her very clearly reading the teleprompter.
She kept going, welcome to MetLife Stadium.
I'd be squinting.
Which was fine. But yeah, like you said, I was like, that's all we're doing.
I was like, someone get her some glasses. Like,
yeah.
Like, my goodness.
Or some cue cards. Like
something.
Like,
they should have just let her just do what she want. Like,
yeah.
Give her some footnotes, tell her to plug this, tell her to plug that, and let her have fun. I agree with Ella J. Like, I think they should have let her get let someone interrupt her.
Like Naomi would have been so perfect. Like
Chelsea Green wasn't doing anything today.
That's true. They've been beefing on Twitter too.
That would have been a fun move to do.
Let someone interrupt her.
I mean, maybe we'll get her tomorrow.
I forget the show she was on, but one of those very, very entertaining VH1 MTV shows. One of them, she was on there.
Yeah.
So she can talk. Let her. They should have did that, but I didn't think she was too bad. I thought it was a good energy starter.
For sure. I just thought I'd mention it because she hosted. She did the opening segment. She was sitting in the crowd. That's all they did with her. Very, very light hosting duties for Cardi B. Mm-hmm. But hey, keep getting them checks however you got to get them. Right. You know what I'm saying? But of course, we open the night with Jey Uso because why wouldn't we open the night with Jey Uso and a full Jey Uso edit? Now, fun fact, and I posted this on socials, Jey Uso's entrance time, 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Roman Reigns, 3 minutes and 43.
Jey Uso is the new Roman Reigns.
Jey Uso is the new Roman Reigns. I knew you'd appreciate that, Ella. The story of this match, and I'll let you guys dive into how you felt about it. For me, this was a Roman Reigns baby face match. He's jumping over top ropes. He's smashed through that spear with Braun through the guardrail, leaving just regard for human life out the window. He took a bullet for Jey Uso at the end there. I haven't seen a true white meat baby face Roman Reigns style match in a long time.
Yeah, this was surprising for me. This was a match. I started off, I try not to do predictions because I'm so bad at them.
Me too.
But it's like I missed this one right off the bat. I'm like, I went into it thinking there's no way Bronson and Braun Breaker should lose this match. I was so confused. It's like, I mean, it's Roman and Jey. I get it. Roman's first match back. Like, I understand. But this was a huge opportunity for Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker to, lift that faction even more. So I was a little bit surprised by that. But yeah, definitely strong. I thought it was a really strong performance, Roman and this new baby face. Look, I got used to the heel Roman for so long that I'm still adjusting. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm still adjusting to this baby face Roman playing to the crowd and jumping ropes. What is happening? He's jumping ropes, Pluggo. What is happening?
Air Reigns, baby. I haven't seen him do that ever that I can remember.
It's them Jordans.
You're saying it was a blessing that Bronson Reed took his old kicks on Monday to get them high flying? Okay, you got the Jays going.
It worked. I thought this match was really good, though. Like I said, I thought this was a great way to start. Got the energy up, great match, and it just felt like afterwards it just didn't equate to the energy. It felt, at least for me, it felt like that from the crowd. So it was a great way to start the night, in my opinion.
it was definitely a lot of carnage. We got some broken barricades. I agree with DC. Going into this, I did predictions. I was like, Braun Breaker is literally calling himself the face of WWE for the next 20 years. Seth Rollins is not here. You want to keep the faction looking strong, especially if he's going to come back to a potential cash-in. Wouldn't you want them all on top? No.
Guess not.
And like, even if Jey Uso or Roman Reigns loses, which for Roman obviously it's kind of rare, like the people are still going to cheer him. Don't you want to give them even more heat, especially if Seth is going to cash in at the end? I was surprised. I think they should have won Braun and Bronson to give them even more heat, especially if they're saying all these big things. You know, I'm going to be the face of WWE for the next 20 years. I guess if you're going to lose to anybody, though, Roman Reigns is like, you know, not a bad person to lose to, but I was surprised by the opener, by the result. I think the match itself was really fun. A lot of carnage. Definitely a good way to hype the people up. Good story of Braun and Bronson kind of, again, continuing what they were doing on Raw and demolishing them. Jay picking up the pin on Bronson. Fun match. Kind of disagree on the result, though.
I think I'm with you guys. Now, I had some pushback. I've watched plenty of people say Roman ain't losing at SummerSlam. He doesn't lose at SummerSlam. It's Roman Reigns. I get it, but there was an opportunity to really cement Bronson and Braun as this just unstoppable force. Because, and again, Dustin puts it in the chat saying, you know, what's next for Roman? He's not around all the time. So having Bronson and Braun look like $1 million and get a huge upset win would really help Raw. But we'll see now. The visionary, you know, spoiler alert, made some decisions tonight, I guess. So maybe he's okay with him taking else. Mrs. Pluggo's in the chat. We were just talking about her. She heard her ears burning. The photographer of my life, the love of my life. Mm-hmm. And then, JHPJ said it too. You know, Roman took a lot of stuff in this match. I was pleasantly surprised with that stuff, the way they worked it. I think the result should have been a little different. But hey, maybe there's something to this. But maybe what is next for Roman? Is he going to keep down this babyface trail? Is he going to be your TC1?
He's technically a SmackDown guy.
Or is
but then
he
again,
just...
Punk is technically a Raw guy, and he did stuff on SmackDown, so I don't even know anymore. Seth is obviously not done with Punk. I would say Seth and Roman is right there. I mean, maybe it's a thing with Punk. It's probably going to be Punk, Jay, and Roman against Seth's faction, most likely at Clash in Paris. But, like, I don't want another tag match. Like, that's lame. I don't know, but that seems like the most natural and obvious route.
Yeah, wherever we're going, at some point we have to have Braun Breaker pinning Roman.
Yeah, I agree, and you know, it better lead up to that, especially with all the big words that he's saying. Mm-hmm. If not, I mean, and then he pins Roman, and then eventually maybe eventually overtakes and turns on Seth. Be like, I want to be the soul face.
That's right. I pin Roman.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm pinning you.
Well, yeah. And now because my name's on it, I'm just gonna say it. The post show. I'm just gonna say it, guys. Seth Rollins cashed in tonight. Imagine how much more powerful that ending shot with the fireworks at SummerSlam Night 1 would have been had Bronson and Braun also taken out Roman. Yeah.
That's why I was like, the whole faction should be winning tonight.
Yeah, but you were trying to say we're spoiling it. Seth Rollins is your new WWE.
I don't think it would have been a spoiler because I think you would want to keep their momentum rolling regardless.
No, I'm saying
they beat CM Punk and Sami Zayn. Like, why not beat Roman Reigns?
I'm saying we're not staying in chronological order here. I spoiled the rest of the post show. Yeah. So if you got to leave now, okay. I get it. But Amanda Savage, your bestie's in the house, DC.
Hey,
what's up?
What's up, Amanda? Thanks for watching.
But yeah, I thought it was a fun opener, fun match. But it's just a little bit more would have been nice. A big win. They got to pull the trigger sometime. I'm always a big proponent of like pull the trigger on one of these young teams or something to make, and don't do it where it's like, oh, they'll get them next time. Like have it be the first time.
I mean, I guess it's their technical, like, I mean, their first. I mean, I guess Braun lost the gauntlet, but like,
Sure.
I mean, he wasn't gonna face Gunther, but like them together, like I think they should have kept them on a roll, like as a team, as a unit. They beat Punk and Sami Zayn back in May. That was great. I was like, keep their momentum up together, and obviously they didn't, but we'll see. They're probably just gonna clobber Roman and Jay tomorrow anyway, and then CM Punk will get involved. Obviously, that'll probably set up a 6-man. Let's be real.
Well, you mentioned momentum. Now I need to ask some people that were at the event what happened to their momentum, because this ladies tag match I thought was absolutely fantastic, but the crowd just was not into it. We had Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. They're not friends, taking on the Judgment Day, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Gonzalez. Sorry.
No, you were right.
Was I right? JPJ's got me.
That's right.
JPJ on Thursday got me mixed up because he said it the other way, and I get confused. No. Raquel, I'll just say Raquel. But we have new women's tag team champions. Mm-hmm. That shot at the end, and I know there's more into this match, but that shot at the end after Alexa and Charlotte had a few miscues where it looked like Charlotte was going to do Charlotte type thing.
Oh, I thought she was about to spear Lexi. I was like, oh God.
I'm sitting there on my couch and I'm just like, oh, come on already. Like,
honeymoon's over.
The honeymoon's over, and she goes right over her and takes out Raquel. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. We have new women's tag team champions. Ella, what did you think of this match?
I was at Evolution. I was there for the We Want Charlotte chants. They were so, I mean, Alexa's always over. Yeah, but like New Jersey, what the hell, dude? I think this was the absolute right call. It is so refreshing to see Charlotte in tag team action and Alexa, because it's been a hot minute. I think their dynamic has been really fun. And, you know, normally teams get thrown together. You're like, but they're embracing that and they're slowly getting to like each other a bit. Charlotte's been opening up herself where it feels authentic with the people and not like this forced thing. I like their dynamic. I was heading into this, I had them winning. I was like, they didn't get pinned at Evolution. I was like, okay, you know, but then I saw SummerSlam. I'm like, you're not going to have Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss lose. Like, that's a dream team. Like, that is a top tier team right there. So I'm very happy that they won. I think it was the right call. I don't know who's going to turn on who. I did like Pluggo mentioned, I was scared for a moment because I thought if anything that Alexa would turn on Charlotte, and then it looked like Charlotte was going to turn on Alexa. They didn't. Nice swerve at the end. Right call. I'm excited to see what they do because, like I said, it's been a long time since either of them have been in tag teams. So I've been liking what they're doing. I'm excited to see what they do. I hope we see some NXT teams involved against them. Would be fun. Right call. I'm very excited. But New Jersey, what the hell was that?
It was kind of a bummer. The whole and Twitter was blowing up about, like, everybody could tell at home. We could all tell, like, the air was out of the room for a little bit.
I wouldn't have done that.
But it was not because of the match. I would imagine maybe they were just burnt out from the game. So
from the pre-show,
because we forgot. By the way, I forgot to mention it, and it's in my notes. What the hell was that restarting of his music mid-match to keep on eating?
I don't know, man.
So save some of that for the ladies. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. DC, what'd you think of this matchup?
Yeah, this is it felt like, you know, it felt like the crowd when they react in Saudi Arabia to the women's matches.
Oh yeah.
Like it was like it was like embarrassing. I'm like, come on. Like I was so unlike Ella J, I was way off on this one too. So I started off 0-2.
I got this one. I got
know,
this
that's
one
what I said. You did better on this one than I did.
Yeah.
I started off 0-2. My night did not start off very well. So it made sense afterwards, but like going into it, I'm just like, all right, Judgment Day is over right now. You know, they're trying to keep them as this like main attraction on Raw, trying to maintain their dominance of Monday Night Raw like they've done for the past few years, especially now that Liv was out. I thought that Roxanne would try to earn more respect from Raquel as she replaced her tag team partner, Liv Morgan. So I thought they were going to win. I know it's Charlotte. I know it's Alexa Bliss, a dream team, tag team. I get it. I also love that this is the first time WWE listened to the people that were complaining, at least, that wanted Charlotte out of the title picture for once, for the WWE Women's title picture, and said, okay, we're not just going to throw her in another feud for the title. We'll do this then. So I thought it made sense afterwards. It's like you have to put the titles on them. They're too big of a tag team not to. It made sense afterwards. And plus, now when Liv comes back, she has even more ammunition.
She's going to be like, yo, you lost my titles? Yeah.
Yeah, like you tried to replace me while I was gone, and this is what you get. You couldn't even keep the titles while I was gone.
Right,
so
yeah.
This is going to help her be even more big of a baby face. I'm with Pluggo, though. This match was really good. It did not deserve the reaction. It got all these ladies are phenomenal. Raquel has improved so much in the ring. Roxanne is one of the best. I will advocate for her anytime she is in the ring with the match. And obviously Charlotte, one of the greatest of all time. Alexa's been great. So I was really disappointed in that MetLife crowd. I was really disappointed.
Oh, yeah. And you, Roxanne, like, she's 23, which they mentioned quite a bit in this match. And every spot they put her at is never too big for her. She always figures out. And Charlotte has been on, they caught lightning in a bottle with this Alexa Charlotte pairing where, like, people are like, oh, yeah, Charlotte's not that bad. She's fine. Like, because she gets a lot of unwanted slander. It was kind of a bummer for the crowd, but we got new tag champs. I'm super interested to see where they go. I say it every time we get new tag champs. Okay, let's do something with them. Let's take them down to NXT, like Ella would say. Let's do the right thing and just have them be defending those things all the time and really put some emphasis on it, especially when you have the 2-star power that you do with Alexa and Charlotte. But again, I've said that 100 times. I just hope that this time
Izzy and Tatum would be really fun against them, especially.
Yes. Lawrence is in the house, by the way, saying that they give him Cesaro and Sheamus vibes.
Oh yeah, at first, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they were kind of butting heads. But now they're not friends.
Are they not friends?
They're not allies of convenience. They're allies of champions now.
I just watched it again for like the 100th time, but Cool Runnings when he goes, "This doesn't mean that I like you."
Yeah.
That's what this gives me. Like he's like, "We're teammates, but that doesn't mean that I like you." But I think they're starting to come around to each other. And then we had Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. This is another one where I'm going to hop up on my soapbox and say, Karrion Kross was right there. Everybody wanted it. Nothing against Sami Zayn. We all love Sami. He's fantastic. He's a guy that could take this type of loss in this situation and be completely fine. And they did not do it. They let Sami Zayn get over. He almost turned to the dark side. Scarlett threw him the pipe. He threw it back out. Sami Zayn gets the win. I don't know what are we doing here with Karrion Kross? Is he? There's rumors that he's leaving the company. He's got a new book out. He's insanely over with the crowd. This dude is all over the place, but he can't get these big wins in these big spots.
Yeah, this heading in like the same way I had Karrion winning this, because to me, out of everybody, this was a must win, like a must win for him. Like Pluggo said, Sami would have been fine. I don't think Sami's won a PLE this year, but Sami still would have been fine.
Yeah.
Karrion again didn't win at Night of Champions. He won on Raw by cheating. So he didn't like really beat Sami, and I was like, he's so over. It's like the LA Knight thing, I feel like they pulled the trigger on LA Knight a little bit too late. And by this point, we might not even have the chance for WWE to pull the trigger on him because of his contract. So by him losing, that leads me to believe that he is on his way out. Otherwise, I don't see a reason why he would or should have lost tonight. So I'm now under the impression that he is indeed leaving, because to me, that's the only reason why he would have lost tonight. He was absolutely the right call to win, and he didn't. So I don't know. I guess where does he go from here? I guess he's leaving in my mind.
You again?
100% agree.
My cat is trying to take over.
There's video after the match. I don't know if you guys seen, but he's literally saluting the crowd and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were giving him a lot of props too, which does make me worried that he's leaving. They tend to do this, don't they? Though they ramp up these people that are about to leave in a way to maybe like keep them.
Like if he would have resigned, like would they have given him the win? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they told him like no, regardless if you resign or not, we're not letting you. Like I don't know.
The fact that he lost makes me even more mad that this match just wasn't on Raw.
Yeah.
I have been advocating, and I don't want to go too far down a rabbit hole because I've been complaining about this for like a week or so.
You can go down all the rabbit holes you'd like on this show. It's allowed.
Like, no disrespect, because I love Sammy and Karrion. I love both of them. But there's no reason, especially after this result, that Julia and Zelina couldn't have been in that spot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is yeah. If Karrion won, I wouldn't have been so upset. But the fact that Sammy wins, it's like, really? Like, the person that didn't even need it? Like, I didn't like the finish. This was the one I didn't like the most. Karrion it was right there. Like, it's right there. Whether you're keeping him or not, Karrion deserved that win. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. Dude has put in so much work, done so much. The WWE universe so far behind him, lifting him up.
Now it's going to be too late.
Yeah,
if he is staying, then like it's going to be like too late.
Yeah.
I feel like now.
Well, because how long?
Really disappointed.
How long and Lawrence is in the chat saying that the right person won, and of course we all love Sami Zayn. Lawrence will ride or die with this guy Sami Zayn, and I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. But Karrion Kross has been doing this thing for a year now, where it's like he picks a person, tries to get him to flip, tries to get him to see the dark side, and he has not been successful at all. This would have been the payoff to any of them, right? But Sami Zayn, you turn Sami Zayn, even if it's just for the match, right? I don't know. I liked the match, though. I thought it was a fine match. Scarlett, when she threw the pipe in there, I was like, well, that's a really interesting move.
Oh, apparently his contract's expiring this month.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, maybe that's
that soon.
That's why they did. That could be that. I didn't know. I wasn't sure. I never know the contract stuff. I don't pay too much attention to that kind of stuff. But I was just like, so maybe if he is re-signed, then if he does come back, it's like, well, come on now, come on.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Corey, welcome to the chat. Welcome in. Dust has got. Youth might have mentioned this, but do you think the WWE promoting his book pre-show means anything, or is that just a nice gesture?
Probably it could also be a thing. If you remember last year with Daniel Garcia and MJF, Daniel had not re-signed yet at All Out, I think it was, and it was him versus MJF, and we all expected Daniel Garcia to win. MJF won, apparently because Daniel had not re-signed, and AEW didn't want to put him over in case he wasn't going to re-sign. So it could be that situation too, where they didn't want to pull the plug on him because they weren't sure whether he was going to stay or go. It could be that situation, and maybe after if he does resign, then they'll strap the rocket to him. But by then, it's like, what's the point?
Could you imagine though, Karrion Kross like getting this win over Sami Zayn, cracking and breaking down one of the top baby faces in the company, and then just being like, peace.
Like this could have been something so special. Like could have been so long, there was so much potential for so much more. And it just seems like it's going to end. And if he does stay, then it's like, how do you refigure? Like, where does he go from here then? I don't know.
Maybe he is out the door. Where does he go? Where would you want to see Karrion Kross end up if he did leave? I know that's a crazy
He's not going to go back to TNA.
I was going to say, he's not going to go back to TNA. He might, though. They've done that. Like Indy Hartwell with WWE. She's TNA. I know Karrion Kross.
I could see him going an MLW route.
He left a little, maybe on a little different terms, per se, when he was in Impact, but that was a different time. I don't want to say AEW right out the gate because I don't know if he fits right now with what they've got going on. But yeah, MLW.
I could see that.
That'd be a bad shout. Some blood sports for him. That'd be.
Oh yeah.
Do those? I'd be absolutely down with that.
Yep.
Now, in my journalistic, integralistic, trying to keep the show on track, they did a Hogan tribute again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna say that's a lot of them.
You think?
Are we getting another one tomorrow night? That's all I'm going to
We're
say.
gonna get another one tomorrow.
That's all. We're going to get one on Monday too. Listen. I get it.
I muted that every time.
Oh my goodness.
That's a nice 10-15 minute break at the beginning for me. I know that I can start Raw or SmackDown at like 8:15 now.
Yeah, for the next few weeks you can't because they're going to just run against the ground. Fernando's in the chat saying, "What's up?" Jack's in the house. Listen, guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you want to leave a super chat, we'll absolutely be happy you did and guarantee that your comment, statement, thoughts on tonight's SummerSlam Night 1 gets read. Now, here's a match that, based on how fast the night flew by, felt very quick to me.
It was 7 minutes.
Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton got 7 minutes. Now, remember what I said at the top of the show. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso's entrances combined were 8.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you're right.
Remember, 7:40 or 4:48, 3:48. That's about 8 minutes and some change.
Mm-hmm.
Jade Cargill getting her not her first opportunity, but a chance to win her first singles gold. Queen of the Ring, mind you. This isn't just like something they threw together. And Tiffany Stratton, who is undefeated since becoming WWE Women's Champion, got 7 minutes. Now, I will say this, and I will turn it over to you guys. I thought the 7 minutes were solid. I thought they were well done. My biggest concern going into this match was that their best matches are when they have a veteran leading them, and that these are two younger talents. But however it got put together, I thought it got put together well. I was super disappointed with it only being 7 minutes.
It's about what I expected. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. This was when I was multitasking. Did Naomi?
What do you mean multitasking? You looked down, looked up, it was over.
Did Naomi get involved in this match at all?
No,
nobody did. No. You looked down, you looked up.
There wasn't enough time to.
That's fair. I had
time Naomi would have made it to the ring. The 7 minutes would have been none.
I had Tiffany winning regardless. I thought whether she could beat Jade clean or Naomi cost Jade. Evidently, it was just clean. Like Pluggo said, they're both like really new. I think Jade is still green in terms of WWE. Was it the best match on the card? Absolutely not. Unfortunately not. But they did what they could. Tiffany is not like a clean cut. Like this was babyface versus babyface, and those are always tough, especially if they're both like more so green in terms of WWE. I had Tiffany winning. I think she was the right call because she has more TV time in terms of WWE and like her training and all of that. I think she's improved a lot more. I think Jade could absolutely be world champ in like a year, but I think for where she's at right now, I don't think that she could have carried like an entire division, at least not for a long time. So I think Tiffany retaining was the right call, but will Jade be champion? Absolutely. I just think maybe a year from now, not right now. But where does she go from here? Because Naomi not getting involved was, I think, very surprising to me then. Like that would have been the perfect chance, but to have her kind of lose clean was surprising. But you know, Tiffany is undefeated this year. I don't think she's lost, like, period.
No, they said she's 14-0.
15.
Yeah. So who's gonna dethrone her? Maybe
that's just
Bianca.
The question I was gonna ask you guys.
Probably Bianca, but like we don't know.
I think Bianca's a good answer.
Yeah, probably Bianca because she seems to be on the up and up. Maybe Clash in Paris. Maybe after that is what? Crown Jewel. Oh my God, Crown Jewel. That's like October 11th. Are they doing anything in September? I don't think so.
Jewel. They got the Paris is what, the 31st.
Yeah, and then I think it goes
Crown Jewel's the next thing. Yeah,
unless they're doing a Saturday nights thing next month.
Is that Japan Super Show thing that I saw? Is that in September? Maybe that's not
maybe
that like they're doing. I'm not sure. So yeah, she could hold this thing for a while.
Yeah. So I think if anybody's gonna beat her, it's probably Bianca at this point. But I think in that case, we need heel Tiffany.
Yeah, this match it felt like a rest in peace saying this, but it felt like a WWE speed match.
Yeah.
Like this is the fastest I've seen either one of them in a match. Like, I don't know if they had a time limit that they were told before this match or what. I don't know what it was, but they were both moving faster than I've seen them. But I will say, in my personal opinion, somebody can disagree, this was the best, in my opinion, that Jade has looked since WWE.
I don't
Her and
disagree.
Tiffany worked really well. Her moves looked a lot more clean. That power bomb she did on her was very clean. Their reversals were looking good. There were still a couple of moments where I think like she would try to throw Tiffany into the turnbuckle and Tiffany didn't like jump far enough, so it just kind of looked kind of clunky. But that stuff is going to happen. Overall, I thought this was Jade's best match. Tiffany looked strong most of the time, so I don't really expect her to look rusty or anything. I thought they both looked really good. They worked well together. The match was a little bit better than I thought it was going to be, to be honest, because there wasn't a whole lot of build-up for it, really.
Yeah.
Just, hey, I have to face you because you won.
It's hard with face versus face matches, too.
Yeah,
especially when they're both still like newer to the WWE main roster. Yeah.
And I'm not an expert, and I've never wrestled, and I've never timed out a show or anything. But it's quite maybe they told him you got 10 minutes, and or maybe they said like, hey, you got 10 or you got 12. But when you're new to something, 12 minutes goes by much quicker than when you're a savvy veteran of like a Charlotte Flair's been doing it for 20 plus years, right? Mm-hmm. Like maybe they just went faster than, because you said they looked faster. I thought they did look. I thought Jade looked good. I thought this was her best match. I didn't have any I just was disappointed with how quick it went. They didn't maybe let it breathe a little bit. I don't know if that was them or producers, but either way, like. Yeah, we'll see what happens from here. Before this match had taken place, I said last week I thought it was kind of smart to get Naomi away from it by having her cash in over on Raw, so that there wasn't that looming like Naomi's going to bust this thing up and nobody's going to get invested.
That would have been obvious. That's
right.
That's why I was surprised at the end of Evolution. I was there, and me and my friends were like, Naomi hasn't cashed in yet. They're like, do you think she's going to cash in? I'm like, it's not impossible, but it's not improbable. And so then when she came out, I was like, oh, this is a completely different route. Maybe I guess they didn't want two cash-ins on the same night, because this absolutely would have been where Naomi would have cashed in. So I think that's probably why they didn't want two cash-ins on the same night.
But yeah, so here we are. I don't know what's next for either one of them. The Queen of the Ring didn't get to dub, which did
Bianca's got to come back and finish.
Well, the report is that she's coming back next week.
Oh, okay.
There was some rumors and reports floating around that she's coming back SmackDown maybe this week, if not next.
Once she's back, they can tie up those loose ends and then work on the Jade and Bianca dynamic, and then hopefully Bianca and Tiffany somehow.
Fair enough. I'm here for it. Okay, we've made it to the night. The part of the show, DC, I don't know if you're familiar with the Ella J and her absolute love. Randall, Kenneth, is it Kenneth Orton? Keith, Kenneth.
What you call him? Kenneth?
Kyle.
Kenneth, Kyle.
Carter with a K.
Carter. Kennedy. Is that Randall? Kennedy. Orton. Kennedy.
It's RKKO.
You love you some Orton, huh?
She loves her some Orton. So this is the Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre versus Jelly Roll and Randy Orton match. Jelly Roll comes out to Toby Keith. That was a vibe. That was a choice. I get it. He's a country music star, and Toby Keith is like a god to country music fans.
Yeah, rest in peace. But that was.
I mean, that was a choice. But then he like serenades. Like he starts the Randy Orton singing there. Ella, what did you think of that?
He's absolutely like me. I also sing voices all the time. He's like me. I kind of don't want to talk about this match. I was like,
we gotta talk about this match.
I mean, the finish it's whatever. I thought there was some fun spots, Jelly Roll going through the table. I was like, oh my god, this dude is gonna die. I was like, like this dude is gonna die. And then they did the
I'm gonna
spot
watch somebody die on my TV.
Well, fair enough. Then they did the spot where he was gonna walk to the back, and then he's like, oh, he's gonna save. I thought, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Out of all the matches, this one to me seems like the most shoo-in. I was like, Randy and Jelly Roll got this.
I thought the same thing.
They don't got this.
They did not.
Randy Orton has won one premium live event match since returning at Survivor Series. And it was at WrestleMania against Joe Hendry in 3 minutes. He has lost all of his PLE matches since returning, except for WrestleMania.
This is the part of the show where this is Ella's corner. We just let Ella go off.
Let her crash out.
I should have known. I clearly should, unless it's WrestleMania. This man is not winning. Like, I should have known. I was the most confident in this one. I was like, this is like the celebrities don't really lose.
Right.
And then I guess Logan Paul technically is a celebrity too, but like
he's full time now.
This card was so weird because they go babyface, 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 and then once I realized we got to this match, I go, oh, we're not getting 5 babyface wins in a row. So it did dawn on me that Randy and Jelly were probably gonna lose. But like, why?
I don't understand.
Why? I think it was a really fun match, the storytelling. Like, poor Jelly
not that if Randy not like if Randy and Jelly won and did anything, but it's still like why?
Yeah.
Why did Drew and Logan win this match?
I applaud Jelly Roll. He did a table spot. He took a lot of bumps.
He also had the balls to tag in like right away. He goes, Randy, no, this is mine. And I'm like, whoa, slow your roll, Jelly.
I was just confused. If they were going to do the whole thing of him getting help to the back, but then he actually goes in and saves Randy, like, don't you want the comeback story? But by that point, like 5 babyface, technically it would have been 6 because Punk then won. I was like, oh, they're not going to win. Like, that would be kind of stupid to have a full babyface PLE. But I'm just like, why? Like, Karrion Kross should have won.
Agreed.
Would have easily fixed that. I think Braun and Bronson would have won. That easily would have fixed the babyface problem. But no.
It felt like
Logan
they
Paul. I like
realized. It felt like they realized. So this is a very face-heavy night. Like, right? Like, oh shoot!
Some of those faces shouldn't have won though.
They go, call an audible, call an audible.
That's just my opinion. I just like, it's very rare that unless it's a Royal Rumble, it's very rare that the celebrities lose their matches.
Yeah.
It's very rare. He's apparently supposed to be still working with WWE in the coming weeks, though, I think they said. So he's not done yet. So he'll probably win. I don't know if it's in Paris or on SmackDown. It's probably safe to say he'll win and hit whatever his next match is. But I thought Randy was going to RKO him for a minute. I would have RKO'd him too, make him lose.
If I'm Jelly Roll, I would have been like, you gotta RKO me. It's kind of the thing,
right?
I'm just confused. I'm just very baffled that they lost. And I mean, I'm also biased, but I'm just very baffled.
Well, I'm not biased, but I am also baffled.
Yeah, like half of these decisions, like I don't agree with, and I'm just baffled by. But to each their own,
300%. I mean, everything she said. Like like she said, like if I was sure about any prediction,
it was
this was
the one.
I was like, oh, they got this. They don't got this.
It's like if you put me into a corner, you got to say, hey, you got to pick one match right on the SummerSlam card. This was the one.
Yeah.
If my life is on the line.
Yes, this is fun.
Gun to the head.
Gun to the head.
You're just like
one match.
Jelly Roll, Randy Orton, easy money. The guy's like, sorry. This Squid Games, you're done, dude.
Yeah, no, I'd be
Toast.
done.
I can't believe
I
it.
listen, like, I'm going to say this fully knowing they told that really impassionate story during the pre-show about his weight loss journey. I even looked up a treadmill today.
Exactly.
I was all in. He goes, my goal was, I told WWE I'd get under 300 pounds for this match, and he did it. And WWE is like, well, we need you at 275 for a win, brother.
That's less than Randy at that point.
They're like, not good enough.
He's at 277.
But that spot, I will say that spot he took with Logan Paul through the announce table was awesome. That was cool. Yeah. But yeah, maybe they were like, Randy, Drew, we know you had some travel issues, so we're gonna throw you a bone here.
Yeah, I want to know though, because they did have plans in place. I don't know who, like, I know Miz volunteered. They had a backup plan in case Drew couldn't make it. So like, had Drew not made it, would have been the same result? That's like what I'm curious.
The Miz just shows up, gets a big win.
I don't know if it would actually have been the Miz. The Miz just volunteered.
You know who's really upset about that loss is all the news outlets that don't get to go. Yeah. Jelly Roll got a win at SummerSlam. USA Today and ESPN and Vanity Fair.
He's not done yet. He'll get a win in whatever his next match is, because he's still, I think he's supposed to work through early September. I think I read. I could be wrong.
Maybe, yeah. Again, get these young upstarts the win in the first match, not the third. Let's go.
Where the editor at Rolling Stone was sitting up the edge of the seat, like just waiting to hit publish on that.
Yeah, he's like, I'm already done.
Already done, and then he lost, and like, well.
The editor's like, do you got that Jelly Roll piece done? He's like, oh, guaranteeing a win. I got it written already. It's ready to go.
Yeah, I was the one I literally gunned to my head. I was like 100%. No, apparently not. And
then just all of the roller coaster. That was the beginning of the roller coaster ride, because we were at.
No, the beginning of the roller coaster ride was the beginning when Braun and Bronson lost.
Yeah, but we moved on. That was years ago. We're here now. It's nighttime now. It's nighttime at SummerSlam now. The daytime stuff, that's in the past. It's all dark now because the sun finally set. Yeah. CM Punk came out in what I thought was some fantastic looking gear. Yeah. I really like that color of blue. Is that somebody said that was Fantastic Four related? I'm not a superhero guy, but I definitely
Fantastic Four.
But I definitely dug the colors.
Kind of like their spacesuits, kind of similar, yeah. But
I don't know either. I don't know. I'm not a superhero person. I don't do comics, so if it was like baseball related, I'd probably know, or sports related. But the story of this match was pretty simple. It was Gunther's going to beat the absolute piss out of CM Punk for 20 minutes, and CM Punk is going to keep withstanding it, and Gunther's going to look great, and then Punk's going to do Punk things and sneak out the win. And guess what? He snuck out the win, and I was all excited because I am a CM Punk guy. That is my guy. That is my Randy Orton, Ella.
Yeah.
And he gets it done. And then Seth Rollins' music hits.
I was chanting for him. I was
he's got it on. Mm-hmm. His music hits. He comes out on crutches, and then Michael Cole, I think, said something like, "Oh, mind games from Seth Rollins again," and he starts to go to the back, turns around, takes the knee brace off, takes everything up, runs on down there, beats the shit out of CM Punk, and we have a new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Unpack it for me, guys, because I'm still trying to put my head around all this, because god damn that Seth Rollins. I love Seth Rollins, but god damn that Seth Rollins, that sneaky guy.
Yeah, I think it would have been more impactful had the reports not leaked. Like, I predicted Punk to win, and then I was like, the story is too freaking good to pass up. You know, CM Punk wins. CM Punk has not won at a PLE this entire year, by the way. Like, this was his first one all year. Before the Gauntlet match, he hadn't won on TV since February. So I was like, they're not going to have. Second of all, they're not going to.
Do you think he's sitting in the locker room right now going, at least I got to win?
Yes. And like, they were not going to have him lose two big title matches back to back because he just lost to Cena.
Yeah.
I was like, Punk, it's there. He finally gets his big win. Seth Rollins, his arch nemesis, cashing in on him just to continue that. And I don't know if you guys noticed, they were taking their sweet ass time with like the after-match moments. Punk is getting emotional. They purposely did that so Punk's reign was just under Drew McIntyre, who, as we all know, whose reign was like 6 minutes or something last year.
Who beat Randy Orton and Jelly Roll like 20 minutes ago.
Yes. But there was the story was just too good. Punk is going to have like maybe a 30-second reign less than Drew. And Seth Rollins is going to cash in on him, his other arch nemesis. Like, the storytelling there was just too good to pass up. And I was like, they absolutely need to do this. I was like, Punk, you need to win this. Then when Punk won, I'm waiting for Seth Rollins' music to hit, but they're taking their sweet ass time.
Yeah.
Like Travis Scott did at WrestleMania. But I was like, it's happening, and like I was very happy with it. Would it have been more impactful, had the reports not gotten out? Yeah, absolutely. But the story was too good to pass up there. I started crying a little bit when CM Punk did, but I was like, I know what's gonna happen next. But Punk got a moment. Him and Seth are obviously far from done. I think it was the right call, right story, right person. It was all perfect.
Perfect. So this is the match I should have taken if the gun was to my head.
Yeah.
This is the
but
one.
You didn't know for sure though whether he was legit.
True.
It's very rare where like he looked legit hurt and it looked like they legit called an audible. Yeah. That's like not something that we're really used to, them like planning to call an audible, That's very kind of rare.
Nuts.
So,
like they took this to a whole new level. Like it was like getting off the bus in crutches. Like there's pictures of him getting off the bus.
Videos of him too. With
videos, like that's crazy. This is next level.
It was it was more expected, but it wasn't certain because we're like, oh, like a knee injury. He has knee issues. Like he could have absolutely reasonably, re-injured it.
And I'm gonna sound biased, but this is in recency bias more than anything. But this is one of my favorite cash-ins in a long time. Mm-hmm. Like the way he threw those crutches off, he's just like,
gotcha.
Free, and then turns around, the knee brace next, just grabs the knee brace, throws it off, runs down. It was great. I loved it.
All right.
That's what it was all about. This is what we were waiting on.
Yeah.
How is he gonna explain it though? Like, I'm gonna take a loss to like. I want to know how he's gonna explain that. Like, why would he willingly want to lose to LA Knight? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, I want to hear him. I get it, like the cash in stuff, like absolutely. Yeah. But like, how are you gonna explain? Like, I'm gonna take this one loss, but
maybe
championship. I want to hear him explain that part.
I'm gonna try to explain it in a second. JPJ is in the chat. And I got to do this thing where I spent an entire segment on Beard telling him he was absolutely wrong. This was not going to happen. Seth Rollins is legit injured. They're not going to play with our emotions like that. Yeah. And he's like, nope, watch. He's going to cash in. Mm-hmm. And he was absolutely right. And he called it. And I look like an absolute idiot.
No, you don't. Like, this is like, I was like Hendrix was saying, like, this is not something that WWE, at least since I've been watching since 2009, has never done, like fake and audible, like fake an elaborate injury like that.
And so you're not wrong. So that's right. Maybe there was a tweak there and they were playing it safe. Maybe that's true. Yeah. I was listening to Bill Simmons' podcast today with Cody was on. And Cody said something kind of like stuck out in me, and now like seeing what we just saw here, maybe that's what he was talking about. He said everybody's kind of mad about this Unreal doc being like too much pulling back the curtain and showing too much stuff. But if we're showing you this, what are we not showing? Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So they're like, oh, let's work this tweaked injury. And you tweak an injury. Mm-hmm. It's in the story, and then boom.
That'll be in the next Unreal.
Right, exactly.
All these people being hurt.
But I was always old school in the sense that like with injuries, and he kept telling to JPJ's credit and everybody else, like he kept saying he's gone forever. They kept making a point, and I was under the impression that the reason that they kept doing that was because they weren't sure what to do because he had the Money in the Bank briefcase, and there was so much tied to that storyline.
It could have absolutely been legit, especially his history with.
And then what do you do? Yeah, then what do you do with it? But he's becoming the master of the Money in the Bank cash in. It's unfortunate he just can't win it every year and just come up with creative ways. It'll be his Kofi Royal Rumble moment. He was how's he doing it this year? But it was well done. And if you thought CM Punk, guys, how do you think that promo is going to go on Monday? You thought he was pissed off last month at the Elimination Chamber. I can't imagine that he actually won the gold, had it in his hand, started to cry, and got screwed.
Oh my God. I can't wait, too, for Drew McIntyre to throw in that little nugget. If my reign was like 30 seconds longer than yours, ha ha ha. I'm very that layer. That's why I feel like that has to be why they elongated it. So it was just under Drew's. I don't know the exact numbers, but I think it was just under Drew's. Like there's layers. The story was too perfect to pass up. So I get why they did this. It's just something we haven't seen. It absolutely could have been legitimate.
Yeah.
So kudos to WWE and Seth Rollins because I was legit wavering. I was like, I think Seth is going to cash in. The story's there, but you also weren't 100% sure because he has that history with knee stuff. And it looked like a legit, LA Knight should not have won that match against him. But
what's the Willy Wonka? I wanted him to do the Willy Wonka. You get nothing, and you like that? Is that Willy Wonka?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. This is probably going to set up the 6-man, but we'll see.
And now, I don't want to keep going back to the beginning, but with Braun and him saying he's the face now, and I think that's all part of this, right? That was all part of this plan to
Braun is going to
make us think to make us think that Seth wasn't around and that this was all part of a master plan, because there's only two options now. You can either play it that this was all part of the plan to throw everybody off the scent from Seth cashing in, or you can have Braun out of the loop thinking, hey, no, I was told by Paul I was going to be the guy, and now he's going to feud with Seth, and you're going to blow this thing up.
This is definitely there for Braun to turn. I mean, you saw a couple weeks ago where Braun ripped the mic out of Paul Heyman's hand. The seeds are there. It should not be right now. It should be down the line. But the seeds are definitely there.
Yeah, but we'll play it straight for a while, you think, DC, and they'll still be cool. Like this was all just a big ruse.
Oh, maybe.
There was even a moment even tonight, if the injury was legitimate, there was even a small part of me that was thinking, what if Seth, since he can't cash it in, what if he gave it to Braun to cash in?
Yeah.
What if he called Braun out tonight and with the briefcase and said, take this, go cash it in on CM Punk right now, and he pinned CM Punk. That way the title still comes to them while he's injured, but obviously he's not injured. So
I think if Punk or Seth Rollins' injury would have been deeper into the Money in the Bank, where time was expiring, I think it would have been more realistic, but he had still 10 months to do it. If he was going to do that, I think if he was deep into his Money in the Bank and he still hadn't cashed in, he probably would have given it to Braun. But it was 2 months in at this point. He had plenty of time if it wasn't the injury.
Absolutely. And I got to shout out Big Bad Boris in the chat, who was gracious enough to put Saturday Night Love on a hold tonight so that we could do the SummerSlam post shows. Without him, this isn't possible. If he had said nope, not happening, I might have had. He's like nope. So I appreciate him for doing that. We are getting about to the end. That was the end of the show. So here's what I want to do before I get you guys out of here. Before we plug everything, moment of the night outside of the cash in. How about that? Match of the night, whatever. What are you leaving night one going? You know what? I love that. Ooh, I put you on the spot? Did you?
Yeah, because the main event was it.
All right, well then you can say the main event.
The table was
a good spot.
Oh yeah.
If I have to pick something other than that,
that was the best. That was the best part.
Yeah, it's that saved the night, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
The rest of the night was just kind of meh. Felt like a backlash or something. It was kind of all right, cool.
You're allowed to pick that. I was just trying to see if maybe there was something else.
I enjoyed the little tease of it looked like Charlotte was gonna spear Alexa from behind. I was like, oh god. And then it turned out she, went after Raquel instead. I like that little tease for, it was a little swerve, even if it was brief.
My pick would be, other than the main event, mine would be Braun Breaker's spear on Roman in the first match.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal.
Very good too.
Phenomenal.
I like the Roman spear on Braun through the barricade. I like that one too.
That's pretty good, but it wasn't
breaking things already in match 1.
Braun Breaker's spear game. Where do you rank it then, DC? If he's got a really good spear, is he up there with all timer?
All time. Oh.
Top 5?
I'd probably give it to Braun Breaker, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Just so much. He's so fat. Like, people don't understand. Like, that man is a football, like a running back. Like
went to Kennesaw State.
He ran a 4.5 40-yard dash at Kennesaw State. And that he is like 6 foot, 200 and whatever, 50, 60 pounds, whatever he is up there. I'm telling you, that's way too fast and way too big. I'm good.
Not doing that,
yeah, no, if I'm a linebacker, I'm sitting There's one out.
Way. He played linebacker too.
Yeah, but if I have to try to tackle him, I'm out on that. He's very humble about it now. Actually, if you go on this lovely website known as lovewrestling.com, there's an interview with us, Bruno. We asked him just that, and he was very humble about his football playing skills. But last question, because I got to ask, because you guys are not going to be here for night 2, unless you want to come back, because it did end early. I'll absolutely leave the floor open to you guys coming back tomorrow night. What match are you both looking forward to tomorrow night?
The women's 3-way is, that absolutely should open. I think that, has the potential. It seems very similar to WrestleMania. Like, Seth Rollins comes out on top on night 1. Then you start, I'm just assuming that it's going to be the women's 3-way. And then you end with Cody Cena. It seems very like WrestleMania. But I'm definitely looking forward to Naomi, Io, and Rhea. I think Cody, storyline-wise, I think Cody and Cena is going to be the most interesting, because is Cena playing mind games? Like, is he this ultimate mastermind and tricking Cody Rhodes into lowering his guard that he's a good guy again? Or is he actually good guy again? And is Cody Rhodes going to turn heel? Is The Rock going to show up? I think storyline wise, that's the most intriguing, but match wise, definitely for me, the women's 3-way.
So just to be different, because Io Sky is my favorite wrestler, so I'll pick.
You don't have to be different.
I love her.
I'll be different. So in addition to that one, I'm looking forward to a match that I don't even think is about the 2 people that's in the match.
Oh,
Becky and Lyra.
Yeah.
We're getting ready for that heel Bailey coming back.
I know. I'm so excited.
I'm ready. I got my eyes on it. Plus, Becky and Lyra put on a great match. I've been watching them. They had great chemistry when Lyra took the NXT title from Becky.
Yeah.
And ever since then, they just only gotten better. So that's the other match I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
That's a good shout. And I agree with both of you. I'm going to go with Cena and Cody just because I got to see how this ends and the way Cody's been teetering. I got to see how it ends if we're trying to be different here. But DC and Ella, I appreciate it. You sat through the kinks of me trying to run, not my first show I've ever done, but a new venture I'm trying to be a part of. You guys are the first ones here. So go ahead and plug your stuff. Ella, why don't we start with you? We'll wrap around to DC, then to me. We'll get us out of here at a decent hour. Thank you, WWE.
Right? It's 10:30.
Get you out of here in time for emo fight. GCW emo fight starts at 11.
That's true. By the way, Bloodsport. There was some really good stuff.
That Natty stuff was filthy. Natty and Masha.
Yeah. Run that back, please. But you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and at Blue Sky. At It's Ella J. All my links to all my projects, podcasts, and writing are all in my link in my bio, all in one place for you.
That was simple. I'm at DC Henrix on X, official DC Henrix on Instagram. Definitely follow my podcast as well. I do with a couple buddies of mine. It's called the WrestleHolics Podcast. You can follow us at WrestleHolics Pod on X, and we're on Instagram as well. So follow us there, and our people at the Main Event Wrestling Network. Definitely give us all a follow. We're doing some great stuff as well.
That you guys are. Both of you guys do awesome stuff. You guys make me want to be a better content creator. Lawrence is saying brunch gimmick tomorrow. He's going to give his thoughts on SummerSlam. He's got his thoughts on night 1 SummerSlam, 1 p.m. Eastern, right here at Love Wrestling right here on YouTube and Twitch. He's also going to talk about the Unreal series that I mentioned earlier. I actually need to finish it. I fell asleep during the first couple of just because I was tired, not because it was bad. It was a long day, and I was like, yeah, I'll give this a shot, and I zonked out, so I got to finish it. But we'll be back here tomorrow night with Dan Brown. At minimum, Dan Brown will be here to talk Night 2 reacts. Maybe some other people will pop in. You never know. I like to keep it kind of loose, have a few people in, have some fun. Thank you for coming to the Pluggo PLE post show. You can find me at Pluggo on all social media platforms every Thursday night with JPJ right here from Between Two Beards, 8 p.m. there. For Exposure with Blair Pacheco, where we talk the independent wrestling scene. Also here, 10 a.m. on Saturday mornings. And then all my writings are up on lovewrestling.ca. And I've got some fun interviews out with some wrestlers that did security for AEW this past Wednesday. I ran into McOcean this weekend, and those will be dropping all weekend. So check those out. And we'll see you guys here tomorrow night. Thank you, Ella. Thank you, DC. Peace. We're out of here.